Welcome to Tifosi Time, your Serie A podcast. If you guys like watching, talking, breathing soccer, and specifically Serie A, all things calcio, then you're in the right place. My name is Frank. I'm joined by Dan, Chris, and Pietro. And if you haven't seen our show before, we get deep into it, breaking down a lot of Juventus, the top teams in Italy. We'll probably hammer Juve harder than all you guys listening. So if you want to hear that, whether you're a fan or a fan of one of the other teams, make sure you pay attention. So say hello, fellas.
Hey.
Hello.
How we
all
doing?
Right, let's get rolling. Let's get rolling right into it because we got a lot to say.
Yeah,
and this is only an hour show.
Juventus got a point, so they're doing better than usual.
Let me just say, I can't do this every week. Boy.
So is this show our therapy or causing us to need therapy? What is this show exactly at this point?
It's an outlet. It's a release, right?
And let me tell you, we have great timing. They've won for 9 years in a row. We decided to start this show this year, so it's great. It's good for the blood pressure.
I'm checking out that graphic right now. What the hell, Arthur?
That's a good team. I mean, I don't even know where to
start to talk about the possession. What that means.
Nothing.
Yeah, that's a good point. Go ahead. You can rip apart the possession. Is that stat even right? Or is that one of our tests?
No, that is correct. I get all the stats from websites. I'm not just pulling it out of my ass. So that was there, 71%.
71%.
What do we did?
Oh, I don't know. You tell me what they did. They didn't do much with it.
71%. I would love to see the breakdown of how much of that was in our own half of the field or lateral passing. I would say 90% of it was either lateral or backward passing.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah, I mean that's on par with the rest of the game. So,
all right. So who wants to start off bashing them? Go ahead, someone.
Go ahead, before we bash them, I want to give credit to Torino. I thought Torino played well, and I like the way they played. They played aggressively. Just the fact that they had two forwards and an attacking midfielder right behind the two forwards, right there shows you that nobody is afraid of Juventus. No, any team can play with them, and they have a chance to beat them because any other year, they usually aren't lining up like that. They're stacking the midfield. They're playing more defensively. So I give them credit. I like the way they played, especially in the first half, being aggressive and actually going forward. But again, I think that goes to Juventus just not being scary.
It's not the reason that we make the other team look good.
Exactly.
Yeah, but their coach realized that at least and said, "Listen, we can, we can play with them."
All teams that play good against us.
Yeah,
you cannot say they play Juventus and they like to win against Juventus.
Listen. We made
something is wrong with us.
We made Rincon and Mondragana look, better than and
Mondragana is still ours,
Yeah,
and
Rincon
like the best midfield in there.
Yeah, and Rincon, and which, by the way, I put him on my team, I believe, and you guys made fun of me, but he was my Torino pick, I believe. No, I had Cidago, never mind. Right. But anyway, yeah, I mean, look, Rincon played better than any one of our midfielders.
No, Mondragona.
Yeah, they both did.
Well, they run.
They both did. That's all you need to know. Our team is predictable.
Actually, they were the only one who made some passing vertical.
Mm-hmm.
Right?
Yeah, that's what I said. I wanted to give them credit. I thought at least they tried to play with the ball. They tried to do some things. Juventus is the same crap every week. So now, go ahead, bash on Juventus. I just wanted to say that real quick because I know the next half hour will be that. But go ahead.
But listen, go ahead.
I was just going to say, how good is Szczesny?
Yeah.
I mean,
listen, regardless, right? I mean, yeah, it would be nice if the guy made an actual save at one point, where that could help instead of letting both goals should have been saved. But regardless of that, the team
was digging.
Producer Dom was right.
Oh, I don't know.
They confused the shirt. I don't know. He did the nice pass.
Yeah, but you know what? The week before it was Arthur making that stupid pass, or Sandro. It's every week.
No, that was better than Arthur.
What about? Was it as good as?
Made a mistake. play a ball like that in the air. You never play a ball like that. But he gave a nice and comfortable pass.
Yeah, Kulusevski's like, here, I'm going to lead you to the goal. Like it was.
He feeds him good.
What was he looking at? Like, what was? I don't know.
But that's what I mean. To me, it's a lot of mental.
If you give it the ball back, you have to see some shirt of yours.
There was no one there.
There wasn't no shirt around there.
No, there was a defender about 15 yards further.
Yeah.
He passed it 15 yards short of the defender.
So it was a terrible pass, and it was a shit goal to give up. But, like, again, Szczesny, are you kidding me? That's got to be saved. That is terrible. Get rid of him now.
If you don't save that, where do you save?
Exactly. That's my point.
Yeah, so for some backstory for people who didn't watch the game, Szczesny, both goals that they let in, I consider Szczesny's fault on the first shot, not punching it out or catching it, and then just leaving the rebound right in front of the net and getting up pretty slow after on the rebound, trying to bat it away. And on the second goal, yes, Kulusevski had a terrible back pass, trying to get it to the lit, I guess. And Sanabria just took the ball.
Listen
and
to
went
what
around.
I say this moment. I think Szczesny has an eyesight problem from long distance. He cannot tell the ball. Even on the free kick they had, he wasn't that. That was like one of those guys. They play spectacular. That's it.
Yeah, there was nothing special about that save.
No, listen, the first shot, okay. He saw it late. He got down.
He saw it late. Nobody was in front of him.
He saw it late. He reacted late. Then I'll say, and then he parries the ball right into the middle of the box. Right.
Yeah. It's either catch it or punch it out to the side.
He couldn't catch it because it was too hard to catch. But all you had to do is put it to the side. I remember there was like 8 years ago. I was giving on Buffon's case because there was a couple of weeks in a row. He was letting the rebounds right in the middle. This guy, and then the second goal, I mean, beaten near post, gets two hands on it, and somehow the ball still goes in.
Yeah, that one was worse than the first one.
I don't even know how you score on you when you get two hands on the ball like that.
The best was did you see DeLitt after? He looked at him like, what the hell? Like, what?
I mean, rightfully so. I mean,
yeah, I think he don't see the ball well.
It makes you question his vision, honestly. I know every goalie does it every once in a while, but like that was bad. You had enough time to see. It's not like it was a blast of a shot. It was a slow shot.
That's if I was me, I would have saved it with the S. Turn the S.
Yeah, like you joke around and save that. You didn't even need your hands for that one.
It wasn't a shot like the goal Rabiot did that time at the goal in the UNC.
Yeah, it was hand height. He didn't even have to put up or down. It was right there, right to the side.
He shot from about the 18, right?
Yeah, it was terrible.
There was no excuse for that one. I mean, let's face it, that was bad. But listen, let's talk about the team, right? The team itself has.
We say it every week. They're a mess. Do we have to talk about them anymore? Like they suck. I don't like. Chiesa is the one bright spot. That goal was good. Good interplay, right? Like it was a nice play. It was a good finish. He's actually finishing this season. Yeah. But like he's the one bright spot. This team blows. I hate talking about him.
All the credit we gave to Danilo the first time we played in the midfield, and we said, "Oh, look, he played better than summer midfield." This week he played horrible. It was like
useless on the field.
But okay. So is there? At what point do we break it down further, right? Or at what point do we just give up and say, "Oh, they suck. There's 9 games left. Let's hope." Because let's face it, guys. I don't know. Are they going to be able? I mean, based on this team and how they play, the whole thing is to redo, and I don't think they're going to be able to. So, the entire next season, the next couple years, could be dictated by what happens with the Napoli game tomorrow. Or was it tomorrow or Wednesday?
Wednesday.
Because if they miss the Champions League, you're going to have no money. You're going to have players that don't want to come to you, anyone of any value. Right, and if they decide to then go forward with another year of Pirlo, half-assing it, good luck with that. Now in my mind it's
Frank Pirlo's out.
He's out.
I don't know if he's out.
We were talking yesterday. We went
even the fourth place. I think is out.
I don't know about that.
Yeah, I think the personal.
I don't think they want to fire him. Yeah, what did you guys think of Allegri being at the game this week?
Well, we're going to get to that. We're going to get to Allegri, the Lippi rumors, all that stuff. We'll talk about
just in the context of Pirlo. Was it meant to be a sign towards Pirlo?
I mean,
100%. What else? Why else is he there? Yeah, that's
okay. So
100%
let's criticize Agnelli for a second then.
He's a putz.
What good is that? Right? Like you can talk internally behind closed doors. Like, why do you bring an old coach back when your team's playing horrible? And so,
it's because Agnelli, even it's the president, it's like us. He cannot stand no more. Yes,
but I don't even understand it because the whole purpose was to get away from what Allegri was doing. They hated it. So I don't.
Yeah, Allegri's not the answer.
I don't understand it. So I don't know.
Yeah, but here's my point. The way I'm looking at the team right now, it's a matter of how quick can we retool? Can we become another good team in a year or two, or is this going to become 3, 4, 5 years of a bad project?
It's going to be a process.
If everything's all right, you go well.
And that's what I'm saying. Right now, I can't tell which way they want to go. They're saying they want to stick with Pirlo. These guys, they might have the same guys next year. If that's the case, it's going to be a few years of crap. And I
think if they lose on Wednesday, he's gone.
Nah, I mean, don't you think that either way he finishes out the season?
No.
Well, you think they're gonna?
They say Juventus is rarely, send a coach before the end of the season. I think this time they do.
Me too.
I don't think so.
I think this time they do. They do something, even if they give it to Tudor.
What's the point? What are you going to get out of that?
What do you know?
Maybe they'll start listening to somebody.
What do you know?
The guy, first of all, he's got 3 players going to parties, suspending them because they have no respect for the team, no respect for the coach. So they do whatever the hell they want. The fans put that sign outside the stadium. I don't know if you guys saw that, where they say, all you guys care about is your money, your social media, all that crap. Nobody cares about the team. All the fans know it. They're all the same. So they need to change something. Pirlo knows nothing. He changes 70 minutes every time. His halftime speeches are atrocious because they scored 13 seconds at the beginning of the second half every freaking game. So
I think they're giving him like sleeping pills at halftime.
Yeah,
they come out.
I don't think he talks to him.
Danny made the joke. He made the joke that they give him chamomile tea instead of coffee at halftime, so they take a nap. That's what it looks like. It's awful.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't even think he says anything at halftime.
Listen. Here's the deal. Like Pirlo was clearly not up to the task, right? They didn't set him up for success. I don't want to see him go down in fire for this because I don't want him to make them out like the biggest enemy ever because I think you got what you could expect with this team and his experience.
Guys, if a team play bad at the first half, right, something is wrong, right? Right?
We think, yeah.
So in the second half, do not change, not someone to refresh. You have to wait to the 70 minutes to do a change.
Yeah, we have a comment about the fan thing, by the way, that they made the signs. Jonathan said it's been a while the fans have done something like that because they know the fans are pissed. Like nobody's happy about the situation. Go ahead.
No, it's a good point. And I even forgot what I was going to say now, but I was, to the point with Pirlo, it's a question at this point. I want to know, does Pirlo think the team is playing well and that's why he's slow to make changes? Or does he not understand how to diagnose like, hey, what's going wrong? Like, why is he so slow? Is he like, to your point, right? It's easy to see the team's not going well. Why is it 70 minutes every time?
Every time. It doesn't matter.
Because he does not know what he's doing. He's
That's
never
what I'm
coached a 5-year-old team. So let alone a top team in Europe. And at the same time, if I'm Pirlo, if you have any respect for Juventus, you've been there, you're a player, whatever, resign. Do the team a favor. They're clearly not playing for you.
You're a competitor. You're not going to resign.
No, I'm sorry. They're not responding to you. They're not doing well. Resign.
They don't respond to him. First of all, if you to respond, he has to say something. I don't think he say something.
That's the question. We don't really know. Now we're 2/3 of the season done, and we don't know really what kind of message are they getting from it. Are they getting a message? Like,
he does not talk. He doesn't talk.
Does he write it? Does he write it on a napkin and hand it to the assistant and tell them to say it? Like, what does he do exactly?
Apparently, the assistants don't even like him anymore. So,
why? What do you say?
Well, that I don't know about. I haven't heard that.
I don't know, man. They're fighting. I don't know. I hate talking about this team. Can we talk about who's going to replace them? We were talking about it yesterday.
Well, so the rumors. Obviously Allegri's there watching the game with.
We don't want him.
We don't want him, obviously.
We don't want Allegri.
But then also,
I agree.
No, so we were at Daddy's house yesterday, and he was saying there was 3 guys we were talking about. Was Gasparini, which we would love, obviously, anyone would love. Mihailovic, I would love to bring him over. And then De Zerbi from Sassuolo. Those 3. We were talking about yesterday.
So here's the thing. Is it possible that the Allegri rumor is just if, let's say, they have to fire Pirlo Wednesday, that Allegri's like the last 8 games trying to get to the Champions League? Or do you think they're looking at it as like a potential
listen to me. What is going to do? Let's say they get Allegri. What is going to do with this team?
Well, I don't want Allegri. I'm just trying to think what they're
but let's
thinking.
say with this team, what is going to do?
Well,
besides, we know when Allegri was there, what kind of play we had.
1-0.
We just won nothing at that sea and fell asleep.
Well, that's what I was saying. Do they think they bring someone with some experience that knows how to get the result? And for the last 7 games, they just want to try to get as many points as they can to end up top 4 at this point?
I'll tell you what. If we lose Wednesday with Napoli, forget the 4th place. It's better for them to start to put Dragos in, Fagioli to see if
I don't think they would even do that. That's the thing. I don't even think they would do that.
If we lose to Napoli, we're going to be the 5th team.
Maybe.
If Lazio didn't get to us to be the 6th.
Well, my question is, do you have a sense right now? This is my biggest criticism of Pirlo. I don't have a sense now that I've watched all these games and so much gone wrong. I don't have a sense if I really understand what Pirlo thinks is going well and what he thinks needs to be improved. Like from his actions, his moves, usually you could tell that, right? By like the subs they make, the movement, the switching on the field. I can't tell if he knows what he thinks is going wrong.
So you can't tell because it's the same thing every freaking game. It doesn't matter if we're losing or winning. It's the same thing every game.
Let's go about last week when they punish Dybala, McKennie, Arthur, right?
Mm-hmm.
Now some people already they say I wouldn't. Like Ranieri, Sampdoria coach say, I wouldn't have done that.
Yeah.
Why?
Some people, all right, some people now they split. Now, remember the motive of what it was? He was suspended indeterminate, on time. Now they want to bring him back right away.
Yeah.
What is that?
It's a panic move.
Because they lost.
No, wait. So the suspension was more than 1 week to begin with?
No, it's indeterminate. No,
there was no set amount in the beginning. But then as soon as they lost, they said, all 3 of them are back.
Now they lost and they want to bring them back.
Or tied, not lost.
And what happened? What are they talking about? They say the ball and the bench and McKenna play start.
Listen, I do have a problem. To me, this was a bad, stupid move by McKennie because – he started off the season great. Then he's fallen out of favor, even though he's the best midfielder there. And now you're going to do this stupid thing.
That the reason?
Yeah, well, that's what I'm saying. He's following people that aren't exactly in the best.
Well, listen,
right? Arthur
isn't really a great example. And if anyone's going to party, he's going to be like, "Hey guys, let's do it." He's going to push them. That's all that guy does is party. So
the best was the announcer, just go the idiotic Arthur. I was just like, yeah, call him out because
he has the worst reputation ever, that guy. So you definitely don't want your star players hanging out with him.
And they knew that bringing him in. They didn't know they knew he was a moron. Like he was not like all with it. So
well, listen, this is why it comes down to, and for those of you guys who don't know, we have an Italian accountant who's a big Juventus fan, and that was we spent more time talking about the Juve than we did for my taxes. But the thing we all agreed on is like this is more of a management thing than even a Pirlo problem, right? Because every decision they make.
So let's go to management because there actually was one management rumor this week with Lippi being rumored
as having a hello from
Mark. Lippi was rumored to maybe come in as like technical director.
I would take it.
I posed the question.
I wouldn't want to.
I asked the question.
I don't think Pirlo would accept because when you stay there, they say you shut up and don't say nothing. Let me talk.
No, because Pirlo might need exactly that. Now it's people already need their opinion of Pirlo.
Wouldn't accept that.
I think he would because I think he knows he's over his head. I think he's over his head.
They are confused, so much confused that when Rabiot came in, he got Frabotta shirt.
Oh,
Yeah.
That's-
So
they're run like an amateur organization.
Well,
all of a
okay,
sudden,
so but again, back to management, right? They decided to make a coach 1 month before to elevate him, and then they weren't even smart enough to give him an assistant coach. Really, team that had a lot of experience. What Tudor has the most experience there? Like they should have brought in someone like a Leapy or something from the beginning. Someone that could have been like, "Hey, look, let me help you manage your first season in Serie A." But instead, now it looks like a panic
instead,
move.
you know what Pirlo did? He brought Tudor, some friend of his that
Yeah.
were playing Regina. What's
Yeah.
his name?
Exactly.
I know.
What will play cards?
That was the that was
That's
the
for
first
the bus rides. Yeah.
that was the first thing I saw when they picked Pirlo. I'm like, I would have wished he would have had enough sense to be like, let me find someone with a bunch of experience, even if it was a no name, right? Like just a well-respected lifer in Serie A that, had some experience. But no, instead he picked his friends, like Daddy said, and Tudor, and it's like, okay, great. Now there's three sitting there that don't know what they're doing. I mean, I love Tudor as a player, right? Again, another player, but as a coach, what has he done?
Well, he was
like
he wasn't terrible.
But what has he done? What has he done? Like, I mean, have you seen a U23 team play amazing? Where you're like, oh my god, I want that guy. Like, what?
Tudor play? They call him Udinese.
Yeah, he has experience, head coach.
Yeah, but how long is he still coaching Udinese?
No.
Yeah, we do Udinese for a while.
Okay.
I don't know if they fire him before the end of the season.
That's my point. Just because you've coached someone, were you good?
So Moore had a comment too, saying that Lippi wouldn't like playing second fiddle to anyone. He's a legend. I agree with that. Actually,
well, I agree.
That's why I'm saying like a different position. Maybe he's 78 years old. However he is, maybe he doesn't want to be a head coach.
Is he really 70? Is he really 70?
He's 70 something. Yeah, he's old. So maybe a technical director getting a different position, a different job. Being more hands off on the field, but having the overall plan would be something he's interested in. All I know is that up top position to me is more important than the coach right now, because you're not doing anything because the people up top are not making the right decisions.
Hey, we had 22 shots this week. What are you talking about?
Well, fantastic. Wow.
22 shots. All right. We have a Sirigo that made 2-3 saves.
Oh my god, this team sucks.
But isn't Lippi's son an agent too?
I don't know about that. Yeah, maybe possibly.
So any chance we can bring back
Frank, you think about the agent. The agent is Mendes, Raiola. They are the big player.
No, I was going to say
any
chance we can bring back what's his name? I forgot his name, but he was the best until Calciopoli. What was his name that was in charge there?
Moji.
Yeah. Any chance we can bring back Moji? He's at 10 years now. Are we over it yet? Can we bring him back?
He's qualified.
Yeah, I don't think he's allowed ever back. So anyway, there's questions everywhere still with this team, and it's not improving. And this game Wednesday, I think we all feel the same way. Seeing how Napoli's playing right now, and we'll talk about them, Juventus has no shot to win that game.
I can't wait.
No. I have a faith.
I don't.
Could be that. Could be it's because everybody know Napoli's playing better than us right now. It could be a surprise.
Yeah,
maybe
it is a bit of
some pride, some.
Where
Go
ahead.
I was gonna say I do agree with the sense. Like sometimes in betting, especially right where there's a clear like favorite, it becomes a trap game, right? Where you're like, oh, this team's definitely gonna win. But based on what we're seeing on the field, Napoli should win 3-1, right? I think that's
another thing they did to all Naples play the test, and they're all negative, right?
So
they can play. They can play the best formation.
Okay.
So good.
Well, you're really missing.
But that's because everything can go well for them and bad for us. That doesn't mean they win.
I don't know. This team has shown you nothing that they're going to win this game. They have not shown you any proof.
No, I don't believe in the players at this point. That's the thing.
We cannot trust a team like that because they cannot become a genius all of a sudden.
That's what I'm saying.
And Napoli's always
Pirlo can, all of a sudden, an idea that confuse them. No. The whole idea Pirlo can have is not to confuse himself.
Listen,
to think clear.
You live with these 25 guys every single day practicing. At this point,
I don't think he knows their first names.
You should know every single thing about them, how they move, how they touch the ball with both feet, how they think. You should know everything about how to influence the game from the starting to the changes you make. I mean, you're 30 games in, 40 games
change?
in.
He doesn't make a change.
He doesn't make changes. That's what I'm saying. So
he doesn't make a change.
You know what? Has anyone been listening to his after game conferences? What does he say?
Hey, you want? I read in the paper. You know what it is? And the permission is going to put. It's going to give a rest to Kulavescu.
Yeah, I saw that.
The paper says no for punishment. For punishment. It's to give some rest. No, it's a punishment.
Because he's so tired, yeah.
He's 21, you know, they get really tired.
I don't know. It's a mess. It's a mess. There's nothing positive to say about this team. Honestly, Chiesa is the only one that put any effort and shows any. Even they're dribbling one-on-one. Like, there's no imagination. Like, you have a bunch of people that can beat people like one-on-one. No one beats anyone one-on-one.
You don't try to.
You notice one thing, Kulavescu, right? He play always with the face, with the back to the goal.
Yeah, run at the goal. That's what you do best.
He doesn't try to turn himself.
Yeah.
I don't know. He never do.
Well, that speaks to how they're positioned, right?
Ball to say run, get the ball.
Okay,
and run.
that speaks to how they're playing, right? Because we agreed that McKennie is not the best out on the wing, right? But when he puts McKennie in, a lot of times you see McKennie on the right, and they give balls times where we say, why don't they pass to him? McKennie could run right into space. But Kovalevsky plays 70 minutes there, and he doesn't have one opportunity to run into space towards the goal. He's always back. So what is going on? Like, I don't understand. Like, if you look at how he was good at Parm, it was always attacking, running forward, and it doesn't make any sense.
You see that side of the field of Kulusevski and Cuadrado. That should be so dangerous to any team that sees that, and that doesn't scare anyone these days.
They don't even play together.
Yeah, but also, like, hey, can you just pass it past him and let him run? Like, stop having him come back to the ball. Pop it over his head. Just run. That's what you do. Run with the ball. And he just doesn't do it. It's terrible tactics, terrible playing.
But to your point, with those guys, right, with Cuadrado and Koleski, when's the last time you saw a couple give and goes, and they went on the wing? They don't move.
McKennie's the only one who does a give and go.
He's the only one who one-touch passes quick. He's the only one.
And not to mention that he puts him in a different spot every time and not usually the best one for him, right? So Pirlo deserves a ton of blame at this point. The question is, do you want to burn him and say he sucks for life, or are they going to try to salvage him? That's the question.
No, salvage somewhere else. Go somewhere else and salvage yourself.
I think he's coaching scared, and he doesn't want to piss off Ronaldo and then all the other older guys. That's what I agree with that. The problem is.
I agree with that.
Because if he does moves, then you can hear Ronaldo bitching or eye rolling as he comes off the field, and they're not going to be a part of that.
But you guys said that one of the reasons they hired Pirlo was because they had all these coaches they were still paying, right? Sadi and Allegri. So how does that situation get any better if it doesn't? So, like, it's not like, what, are they going to fire Pirlo and pay someone a ton of money now?
You see, the last time I saw Pirlo play in the MLS, I saw someone who don't deserve a play.
Yeah, he had the same attitude as his coach right now. Like, he doesn't care.
You see, you did what you did. You've been a champion. But there is a time you have to stop. Even in the MLS, you don't do good.
Yeah.
I don't know. Can we move on? I can't.
Yeah, let's move on. We talked about them for long enough. Like I said, they have a big game Wednesday versus Napoli. We'll see how that goes. Dom, go to the Napoli game, actually. Let's talk about that one.